Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday. And how do you know that it's Friday? It's because I'm EBK Sports. I am joined by the Waffle Don himself from Waffle.tv. Is that a Yankee hat? Is that a Yankee fitted?
Of course, bro.
Get out of here, bro.
Definitely, man. Yeah, man. Definitely, bro.
All is well, yeah? All is clear?
Yeah, man. Oh, man. It's Friday, innit? Just want to get done now. Because remember, I've still got 2 hours to work. So I ain't doing nothing anyway. I'm just chilling. And I know you got to start your shift. You haven't started yet, have you?
Today is a golf day.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. We have a golf scramble with the boss, and it starts at noon. So yeah,
nice. What's your handicap, man?
Man, I'm not great, but I usually, like on a par 4, I usually get 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, that's not too bad then. That's decent.
Yeah, man.
Decent.
But I haven't played in a while, so I
did
and dust it up. But outside of football, man, I don't have too many complaints outside of football.
I hear that.
Yeah, but
man, I'm here, man.
Bro, it's the last.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, I'm just saying the season's, it's coming to an end. I'm nearly half checked out. But yeah, man, we still got that game against Newcastle. And I think there's some blood that needs to be spilled by us.
Yeah, we owe them one. We need to lay one just for general principle, GP.
Definitely.
Right? But yeah, bro, it's the last game at the Emirates for the season, right? New kit gonna be rolled out. I see the new kit parade is just out, and everyone is just lapping up. Just imagine for a second, yeah. Imagine for a second that you're Stan Kroenke, you're Josh Kroenke, and you do this new kit thing, and you look at the numbers next week, and you're like, "Wow, damn, we didn't sell a whole bunch of kits this year. What the hell?" Versus what he's gonna see the numbers and was like, "Wow, a losing season, a trophyless season, and our numbers are going up. We're not winning. So why should we go spend that extra money to win when our bottom line? Because we really don't care about the football. We care about our bottom line, which is this money that we're gonna need to expand the stadium and generate more revenue and all this stuff. Can you imagine if the fan base had a mentality of no one buy the kit? But bro, I see the Armory. The line is down the street. Did you get the kit?
Nah. Do you know what? You see this kit these days, yeah, they're so expensive that I can't even afford to. I can't justify going out and buying an Arsenal top now, and stuff like that. It's just too much for me, So nah. But I hear what you're saying as well. It's just that it's almost like they're showing the fans that profit over, success.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pitch. And this is the mentality that, unfortunately, we as Arsenal fans, I'm not saying me and you, but as Arsenal fans and as a club, that's ingrained into us now. You know what? We can lose semi-finals, Champions Leagues, not get into finals, not win trophies. But as long as, we go and buy the merch, we are loyal fans.
Yeah, bro. I think it's £102 for the shirt, the authentic shirt.
100.
Yeah,
there you go. There you go.
Authentic men's kit. And the thing is, like the reason why I wear these hoodies on stream, because I'll never buy another kit until we're lifting trophies. I won't buy them, bro. With my family. I guarantee you, this Father's Day, I'm gonna get a notification from the Armory. Your package is on its way. That's what they do, bro. I have all the kits, the mugs, all that stuff that you see in the shop. The fans are urged not to buy. Family members are still buying.
So have you got the vase as well? Yeah, the vase. You got the vase.
I got the coffee mug and like the one that you can put like your smoothie in and all that.
Yeah. Nah. For me, man, mate, I ain't buying none of that. I ain't buying none of that until I see my team start winning and I'm feeling proud again. Forget about that. Forget about all of that.
Oh, man. Big up to AFC always. Say these days it's a trophy to be competing for the league and not winning in such style. What went wrong at Arsenal fans can make Arsenal great again. Stop the mediocrity. We are competing 100%, bro. But that's a representative of who? Like, where did that come from? Is that a Wengerism? Was it because Wenger holds a lot of corn for poisoning the fan base? Where we're competing, we're in the top 4. We can't sign players because we have to pay off the stadium, which now we know is bullcrap because we've seen Tottenham build a new stadium and they kept Harry Kane, they kept Son, they kept all their best players while building a bigger stadium than ours. The stadium now is known as the best stadium in London, and they kept all their best players while building and paying it off. But we had to sell all our players, so now we know that wasn't true. You know what it was. So.
Yes, you know what? We moved to the Emirates, you know, to compete, as you said. You know, what is it? We could afford to buy any player except for Messi and Ronaldo. It's all the buzzwords. It's all the gimmicks, isn't it, to get fans up again? I'm already hearing that some Arsenal fans or content creators are already excited for next season. And I'm like, well, I've not even bought anyone yet.
Yeah.
I heard the Zubimendi, let's go, whatever, here we go, rubbish. But until I see him with a shirt in his hand, then it means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. And I'm not even excited about that deal, to be honest, but that's another story.
The Zubimendi thing was being leaked and peddled it back in January, and then it went quiet, and then conveniently here we go right after we get dumped out the champs. I just don't believe that was a coincidence. Now I'm thinking, like, was it Fabrizio or Ornstein that dropped that bomba?
I'm sure it's Fabrizio, you know.
So yeah, now I'm starting to think Fabrizio is on the payroll now, bro. Like he is being hired as a PR merchant. You know, you're not just saying that he's paid off, but for exclusive access to certain people at the club for exclusive interviews, we will need you to do this favor for us and drop this when the fan base is, you know, is gonna go up in an uproar because we just got dumped out of the champs on a whimper at that. It was just too coincidental for me to believe that there wasn't some PR going on there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 21 years ago today, says AFC, Arsenal won the Premier League. And then the club was infested with losers. Yep. The next year we won the FA Cup. I guess, man, you know what I mean? I think that was Patrick Vieira's last game for us in 2005.
Against United.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stinky penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That was his last kick.
That's the worst FA Cup, man, I've seen in my life, man.
We got peppered, you know. We got absolutely peppered, bro.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, no one remembers that. You know that once. No one remembers that.
Exactly.
So I had a United fan on yesterday, a content creator. We did a show yesterday, United fan. And he was like, I asked him, like, from outside looking in, bro, tell me about Arteta, what you think as a neutral. And he's like, Arteta is in the job, and he feels like Arteta should keep the job because he feels like he is close. He is so close. And I'm like, I guess that's where the disagreement is with he and I, because I don't think we are close. Even though we're second, I don't think we're close, bro. Because if I think you're never, even if you are close, if I think you're never going to get there, then you're far away because you'll never get there. So I'm thinking, like, as close as you are, you'll never get where I need you to take me. So it has to be, something has to give. And at this point, you know, we can't just gamble our future on Arteta and just let our best players leave or get old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, so close, but yet so far, you know, and it always feels like that. It never feels like, even in the semi-final, there was that element of doubt. Look at the way we threw it away in the first leg.
Yeah.
And then literally you've kind of like halved, you know, the expectation now. You've literally just killed it straight away.
Yeah.
And he's been, you know, remember the Chelsea final in the Europa where we lost that. I think there was I think, who did we lose in the quarters? We lost. Did we lose to someone in the quarters? Was it
in the Europa recently?
Was it?
Our last Europa has been Sporting, Villarreal, and Olympiacos.
Yeah. So all these teams that we've been losing to, it's kind of like it's breeding that losing mentality. It's breeding a losing mentality from the manager side. And you know, what arguments do I have against other rivals? You saw me argue with what's his name, Big Chat the other day, or what was his name, Big Talk, whatever his name. Yeah. And he's right. You know, the mentality at the club. You know, even now the disciplinary record that we've got with the red, you know, the 6 red cards, and you know, this season as well. This has to be linked to the manager as well, you know, because it's almost like the manager's just like, yeah, just go out and, you know, he comes across as this person that's really furious and he gets angry in press conferences and all that kind of stuff. And you've seen him in the documentary, you know, shouting at players and stuff like that. But I think to myself, then, do the players actually really care? You know, do they actually care as much as this manager does? There's some kind of, I don't know, but there's something going on, man. There's something going on. You know, either they don't believe in him when they say, because they're always coming out saying, oh, Arteta's a great coach and we believe in him and stuff like that. But do they actually believe in him? Year upon year, they don't win anything. You know, that would have a detriment on yourself, isn't it? If I said to you, BBK, if me and you went golf, we were both golfers, both at the top of our game, and there's another guy that's always winning. I mean, you know, me and you we're always second, always third, but there's this one guy that just like, he's got all the tools, you know, all the, you know, he's just really the best at what he does.
Yeah.
We're just competing year upon year with this guy, but we know inside that he's better than us. Yeah. You know, this is how it is with this club, man. You know, and next season is going to be harder. It's not going to be easier. We can bring in better players, but then there's more pressure on this manager because he's spending more money, and there's more pressure from the fans. There's more pressure from you know, from the Arsenal, you know, the team. You know, there's just pressure constantly, year upon year. 2020 is the last time we won silverware, BBK. How can I smile? How can I be happy? Oh, just, you know, just be happy because we have Arteta as our manager. Be grateful because we have Arteta as our manager. Man United have sacked how many managers or let how many managers go? Yeah. But they're still winning trophies. City have the best manager in the world, winning trophies. Newcastle, up and coming manager, Eddie Howe, winning a trophy. Where is this manager? Where is he failing? Where, honest conversation, where is it all going wrong with this manager? Is it his tactics? Is he blaming it on the injuries? You know, is it the mentality? Is it a bit of everything? What is it that is preventing this manager from getting us over the line? Is he not good enough?
It's all of the above, really. Because if he blames it on the tactics, the first one you said, tactics. I remember last year specifically against Villa at the Emirates when he put Kai Havertz back in midfield and we lost that game. That game cost us the league because we win that game, we win the league. That was the only game we lost in the running. And injuries was kind to us last year, very, very kind to us. All our key players were, for the most part, fit. So the tactics failed him. But this year, the injuries have failed him. But that's part down due to him for overplaying players. Sure, when we got back from Dubai, when we were slapping up teams 5-6-0, you should have managed minutes those games, bro. We were up 4-5-0, and Saka is coming off the 87th minute, bro. In the 87th minute, we're playing Champions League football, and you're playing him in the League Cup games and the FA Cup games. That's part of management. You know, these are his decisions to make, and he has completely fluffed his line. So whether he wants to blame it on tactics or injuries, he has to hold it, because that's completely down to him. But does he look like or move like a manager that's under pressure to you?
No, but sometimes in the press conferences, yeah, he gives off like, well, maybe he doesn't like, maybe he's feeling pressured by the press, by the journalists, probably. But no, I don't see that, because
I don't.
In the press conference, he's probably going to be smiling, you know, happy. He hasn't got that pressure.
There's no pressure, bro, because I seen the Fox, not a Fox, Sky Sports report the other day. It was the headline was, "Should Mikel Arteta be under pressure next season?" And I was holding my head like,
only asking the question now.
Why is it even a question? The question by itself offended me, but the other part of the statement that offended me was, should he be under pressure next season? Bro, man should be under pressure 2 seasons ago. What are we on? So I'm thinking like, yo, if is Sky Sports on the payroll as well? Like, how is he? Bro, I've seen top managers go to a club, do their 3-4 years, win stuff, and move on. No, he's going in his 6th full season with 1 FA Cup to show for it, and he's not under any pressure. How is this possible? This is like the greatest mystery. Like, we need Sherlock Holmes on this shit to go investigate on how Arteta is just moving so freely with no pressure on him. I don't like it, because it says there's no accountability at the club for the manager to not be under pressure after going 5 years winless. And if there's no accountability on the manager, it's very difficult for him to put accountability on the players. And that's why the red cards that you talked about, the discipline, there's no accountability. Because we can't be going into a title charge and then we have the most red cards in the league with a thin squad. Like, where's the accountability? The manager, you're accountable to the sporting director, to the owners. The players are accountable to the manager, but the players are accountable for each other. Like, bro, you're letting the team down. As the captain of the team, you have to hold your players accountable. Like, bro, discipline, red cards, you're not locked in, all this stuff. But if there's no accountability on the manager, it trickles down. You know, shit rolls downhill. Big up to Alvin, saying big up BBK and Abs. Big up to Sabi Pinky, saying big up BBK Sports. The English teacher, people. Mr. Literature himself, Benjamin.
Into the box.
Big up to you, my guy. People, make sure you go subscribe to Into the Box so you can get you a poetry rhyme lesson from Benjamin. Big up to you, my bro. Hope you are well. RSV said, big up. If I'm an Arsenal fan, my ears will be bleeding hearing this. Bro, 100% RSV. Like, it's almost getting personal when I hear him speak sometimes, because it's like the man is saying, y'all are stupid. You don't believe your eyes, believe what I tell you. That's what it's getting to with him. You know what I mean? And I'm glad rivals see it, because it seems like everyone sees it, but it's called off. Everyone with eyes can see it, except the people sucking them off.
It's funny how internally people don't see it in our club, or fans don't see it in our club, but it's also agenda driven as well, isn't it?
Yeah. If Berta was serious, bro, I'm dead ass. If Berta was serious, he would at least ask the question of the Cronkies. Be like, hey, after 5 straight years of failure, you really think his voice is resonating with the players? As the director of football, you want a clean slate, but do you want a clean? Berta has a clean slate because he's starting from scratch.
Yeah.
But if you are him, you have to ask the question: do I really have a clean slate with a manager whose voice is pretty much gone stale? Because there's a reason why men don't stay in jobs for 10, 12 years anymore, unless you're Pep. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think next season And it just feels like me saying next season, next season, next season. Do you feel though next season though, this could get a little bit tricky for him next season if he doesn't produce the goods? Because it'll be what, 6 years now that he hasn't won anything.
Not only do I think it's tricky for him if he doesn't produce it, I think if he starts slow, I think, bro, if he starts slow, that first international break in September, hot seat. The international break in October, don't get it together because he can't run the same. Oh, wait till we get to Dubai and do our no, bro. The only reason you get to go to the FA Cup or up the cup, you know, that's when, because that's FA Cup week. While they were training, FA Cup football was being played. We were out of it. That's why we were able to go to Dubai and do all this stuff. So if he needs a fast start, bro. So whenever the transfer window opens, I think it's 1 June. I need to see shirts. I don't want to see linked with, monitoring, in awe, in love with.
Oh man,
you know, I don't want to tell that, bro. It's the Arsenal. I want him to treat the next signings the same way he treated Kai Havertz. Linked with, bang. Linked, next day he was holding up the shirt. You know, and so he needs to treat Gyökeres, Zubimendi, or whoever. And he needs to sort out these loan players coming back. All that stuff needs to be sorted out ASAP. So when they go on preseason, everyone who's in the squad needs to be there, because that's going to prevent you from having a slow start. Well, players you know you're going into the season with on your preseason.
You saw someone coming back already, Lokonga. He's coming back to the club as well. Do you think he'll be sold? Do you think players like that will be sold?
Bro, even if they're not sold, if we can rip up Aubameyang's contract, if we can rip up Ozil's contract, Zambi, I'm sorry, bro. You just, whatever we need, you're not a part of. You're not a part of the Arsenal future.
And that's the Arteta that, you know, the ruthless Arteta, isn't it? With the big, you know, the big guns. He can do that with the big guns. But he's a little bit more nicer with the unknown players, isn't it? Like he sees potential. He sees something in them.
But unfortunately, he's ran out of time, in my opinion. Big up to Godfrey. Appreciate you, bro. Hope you're good. RSV says, after PSG mentioning Liverpool winning the league on less points than the amount of points Arsenal have accumulated this season. Yeah, bro, like the PR is starting to rub off on him. Like his PR consultant or his media, whoever, before he goes out in a press conference, must fill his head with this. They're going to ask you about this, and this is how you pivot from that question. This is how you spin it, because the fan base are angry right now and they're listening. And it's like when they prep a politician before he goes out for his debates. You know, if you face a tough question, unless it's a layup by one of our damn pawns, it's an easy question. You can answer it and smile. But if it's a tough question, this is how you pivot from this one, and this is how you pivot from that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know all about these pivots, bro. When I used to work for this phone company back in the day, named Singular, right? Singular used to peddle. They used to say we gained 3 million new customers every year, which was a factual statement. But they didn't tell people that they were losing 5 million per year, so it was a net negative. You know what I'm saying? And they're out of business now. So there's, even though it was a factual thing to say, it sounds good. 3 million new customers, as they're trying to get investors to buy in. But they're losing 50. Yeah, bro. So it's like they spin this stuff. The beautiful thing about English language, as this guy will know, you can tell any story you want to tell, man. You just need some fancy wordplay and a good head of hair. Arteta knows he's getting 50 million no matter what he does. Yeah, bro, laugh all the way to the bank, innit?
That's it.
All the way to the
That's
bank.
it.
Instead of staying humble and congratulating the opponent and his title rivals, he will try to find a way to make excuses and isn't willing to take any responsibility. He is lying to the fan and lying to himself. So, isn't this classic narcissism?
Yeah,
I think if you read what a narcissist is, it will copy and paste this. Right? No accountability, no responsibility. Everyone else is wrong. I'm right. Like, bro, how is that even possible? You are not good. Into the box against the man's on Mariah Carey money. All I want this season is trophies. Just one. Let's just start with one, Benjamin. I don't even need a rack. I just need one, my bro. All I need for next year is King Kai. Bro, you see them rolling him out for training. You see this?
Listen, they're talking about him. Well, they're talking about him probably like playing some part on Sunday as well.
Bro, as if we don't have evidence of what happens when he plays against Isak and Bruno G. But he's gonna be on the ground, rolling around. I don't want to see him, bro. He's a net negative. Like he's subtraction by addition. Like he's a negative number. You add him and you get less. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want to see Havertz near the pitch, bro. But speaking of which, bro, Moreno's suspended.
Oh yeah.
Rice.
Where's Jesus? Is he still injured?
Yeah, he's done for the season, bro. He's done for the season. I'm more like thinking about the midfield, right? Because Declan wasn't even in the squad against Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
Right? Moreno gets himself suspended. So now we got Partey and Odegaard. Who's the third? Who's our third midfielder? Because I think Jorginho is injured as well. So it's long, bro. It's a
hold on. Maybe Sinchenko. Maybe. But against a physical midfield like that, do you think he can?
Yeah, I think he can because Joe Linton is not playing. It's going to be Bruno G, Tonali, and probably Willock in the midfield. So I think he can get away with it. But if Joe Linton was playing, it'd be long.
Yeah,
it'd be long.
Through his face, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'm interested to see what midfield combination he puts out this weekend, bro. Because he doesn't. I don't think Declan plays.
You know what just came into my head, yeah. Calafiori's fit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stick Miles in there, innit? This is now the time. Is it now the time now where we can experiment for the last two games, or is it a case of, well, we can't experiment because we still want to get that second spot, and Miles is the best left back. So why have we got Calafiori there if we can't play him?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we stick Miles in midfield?
Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. He signed all these players. He signed Calafiori, then pretends like he doesn't trust them. Like how are we supposed to trust you when you don't sign? When you don't trust your own players, my bro? You're like, you don't trust Vieira. You sent him back to Portugal. If anything, you should have loaned Vieira to a Premier League team or a Champions League so he can get them acclimated to England. Now, what's the point of loaning him back to Porto?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like taking your car back to the dealership while still making the payments, and the damn salesman is driving it to work. Think about it, bro. We paid them $35 million. So here's $35 million for this product. I have this product for a year. I give the product back to you, but I still own the product. Like, this is him, and it's $35 million, bro. It's like, this is real money. That's what Liverpool played for McAllister.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to play for. What's his name as well? Frimpong, around that price. Yeah. Why are we not seeing these deals? BBK. Why? Because everyone sees us now as a cash cow now. Yeah. So. Yeah. We come around the corner. Oh, you want our player? Okay, top price. And why are we not? I'm hearing Gyökeres, but I'm hearing Arsenal can have him for this amount, 60 million or whatever. Go and get this guy now.
Yeah.
What is it? Why are we stalling for?
Yeah, but because the thing, right? If we're gonna drag our feet, and I'm glad you brought up Gyökeres, because if say Manchester United shithouse this Europa League final and get
no.
And then his former manager who made him a household name, Ruben, said, hey man, I'm in the Champions League now. Come to Man United. Because they can offer him the same amount of money. You know, United, they can put him on 100 bags. Yeah. They can put him on big money. But hey man, come to United. You're going to Arsenal. You got Champions League. We got Champions League. You're playing in every competition we're playing in. He's more familiar with Amorim than he is with Arteta. You know what I'm saying? So
you're saying we're getting Sesko then, yeah?
I don't know if I'm sold on Sesko yet, bro. I don't know.
No, why, man?
I don't know, man. I'd rather get your boy from Turkey.
Oh, awesome, man, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, look, big up to Godfrey said, for me, he's been under pressure since we bought Europa in the semifinals. Yeah, I mean, that's one benchmark. I could make the argument he was under pressure from the season we finished 5th when he threw a top 4 away to Tottenham. Because that was another trophy-less season. So it was the 8th, and then the 5th. You can make the argument he should have been a pressure after the first 8th place finish with no trophy.
Yep.
RSV said coming from experience with Arteta is slowly becoming the next ETH, Eric Ten Husky, with the delusion and strange quotes. But, Eric Ten Hag still got his 2 trophies with these shit players that Man United that no one say they want. So, big up to him. All these top gooners says into the box. If they caught Arteta in bed with their misses, they would still look at the positive. Go back to him all the way. But I bet you want some tea, Mikhail. I'm willing to bet he has until Christmas, bro. If he start, I promise you, if he starts slow, that October international break will be peak because remember, 2020 next year is the World Cup year, bro.
Yes,
players are gonna be wanting to make their World Cup squads. Players are gonna be wanting. So the minute he starts mismanaging, man not getting minutes to make their teams for their countries, you're gonna see a lot of players kick up stink next year. Big up Godfrey again. So I'm hearing Arteta and Bertha are disagreeing on Gyökeres because he wants Sesko, bro. If we dare, isn't this not why Edu left the club? What's the point of a sporting director if he couldn't have a say on any?
Oh man, that's not good. That's not really good, is it?
Yeah, because he has no leverage because Bertha can look at him and be like, bro, you've had all your players. You've been given all the players that you have wanted, and you still haven't delivered. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, not hearing that. Akuna Lakanga. He's coming back. You know what's scary? Arsenal could finish on 1 less point than United under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in 2021, 2020. And Eric Ten Hag in the 2023 season.
All these records, man.
Yeah, 5 years in there, bro. He is trending the wrong way. But the thing is that this PSR thing has forced a lot of these clubs, 2 through 7, who are fighting for a Champions League spot in desperation. And this is why I think Newcastle are going to come out swinging tomorrow, bro, because they need to get back into this Champions League because they want to hold on to their striker. And the best way to do that is to get Champions League and put him on the world stage. That way, no other team can dangle that Champions League carrot in front of his eye and be like, hey, come play for us. We're in the Champions League. Champions League is that St. James's Park, my bro.
See you saying that, yeah? And I'm here like a fool thinking, well, top 4 is Arteta's trophy. So he's going to really go for it. He's really going to fight for it. So we're going to have a really good game on then, aren't we, on Sunday then, really?
Yeah, we've seen what Isak has done when we give him the carpet audition on. Remember, man had Saliba and Gabriel looking. I never seen our center backs look that shaken up. That was the only game this season where I looked at Gabriel and Saliba like, bro, we didn't have.
You had to question.
Yeah, I was like, man, these men didn't look. Now, one-off game. Every player has a bad game, but that game he did make him look nervous. Very nervous.
But he's been off recently, hasn't he? He's not been his usual self. About a niggly injury and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But against Arsenal, even if he plays, he's probably going to still raise his game, isn't it? Against Kivior and Saliba at the back, it could be peak on Sunday.
Yeah, man, it could be absolute peak, or they could surprise us and do something. But I wouldn't bet my focus on that.
We're going to do the predictions in a minute, and I actually thought about it before we started streaming. I just think Newcastle beating us way too many times this season. 3 times is enough. I don't think Arteta's gonna let it be a 4th time. I can't see it. I cannot see it. It's near the end of the season. Fans are going to have their tops on. Hopefully, it's going to be sunny. The weather's going to be nice. When you look at it, the guarantee, hopefully, is Southampton to keep us in that top 4. So I don't think there's much pressure that we have because the season's over. The only pressure we have is maintaining that 2nd spot, and that's what I think Arteta will be more focused on than he was in the semi-finals. I think he'd be more focused on keeping his position Second again. Yeah, he just wants to second again. Ole. I think he wants to keep that status, because if he drops under second, then not only has he miserably failed, but he's also, you know what I mean? It's a terrible season then, isn't it? Because you've not maintaining that level. You've dropped under that level. So I think we've got a good game. I honestly think that Arsenal are going to win this game, and this is going to be a very deluded one from me, which you never usually get.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal will win 2-0.
Oh, okay. But you do realize that we have to win this game to finish second. If we lose this game, we might finish fifth or fourth. We have to win this game. Yeah.
Nah.
If Newcastle win, they go above us.
What, they're a point behind, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, and what about City? City are 3.
Yeah, City are
they're 3 points. But we've got better goal difference than City, haven't we?
Yeah, City are a little bit. I'm looking strictly at Newcastle. We have to win. If we lose this game, Newcastle finish above us, because they go above us, and then they have Everton at home on Super Sunday.
But we don't have to win this game, do we? We can draw it as well, can't we?
Yeah, I mean, if we draw it and then go beat Southampton, yeah. But if Newcastle wins, they finish above us. I do believe that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
do you know what? I'm thinking now of a 2-2 draw now for some reason. Now, you know? I'm thinking 2-2 draw, because now you just put the doubt in me now.
Yeah, if he has to win, and you know that they I think Newcastle, their entire fan base, they want that second, bro. You see it in the group chat. They want D-Man
and Specs. They want the bragging rights in it. So
I told Specs, please take it, bro. You can have it. Please take it. Just have it.
And you know they're going on like, at first it was like, do you know what, we're not really no, at first we're gonna do something here, and then like all of a sudden now they're not really bothered now. They're not really bothered if what the outcome is. I'm still gonna stick by my guns though. I think we're gonna win 2-0. I just think that we're just gonna put a display on at the Emirates. Last game at the Emirates. I think we're really gonna go for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go for a 2-0 victory,
Yeah, okay. Let me just run through these comments real quick, then we get into some more predictions. Big up RSB again. Say, are you worried that you're in a similar predicament as Spurs under Poch, who also finished second a few times and got him to a UCL final but couldn't get over the line? Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But you can't tell us that. You can't tell Arsenal fans that. We don't want to hear that. It's the truth is an offense. The truth is offensive to us. But that's essentially what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, bro. Big up Godfrey said perfect analogy. I think he's talking about the car.
That was gangster.
Yeah, man. Then later, all of the best players left, like Walker, Trippier, Eriksson, who were very ambitious to win trophies elsewhere. And yeah, bro. Poch became the villain and got sacked. That's 100% true. RSV coming with smoke today. Poch has only the fraction of the money that Hart had to spend doing this tenure. 750 mil, my bro. And Godfrey said it can't be 0-4 against Newcastle. And I hear it.
Can't be.
Absolutely hear it. Can't be. That's the law of averages doesn't even support that. You know what I'm saying? And this should be a case of the top team in the league versus a bottom half team in the league beating them 4. Like if two teams are second and third in the league, it shouldn't be 0-4.
It shouldn't be that.
Absolutely shouldn't be that. But bro,
I do think now though that Eddie's got Arteta's number right now.
Yeah, I think a couple of managers have his number. I think a couple of managers know that if I make a tactical adjustment to frustrate his plan A, he has no plan B. And I can frustrate him. I've seen Graham.
And this, see, I'm gonna go into a tangent now. And this is the problem that I have with this manager, 3 left backs or whatever he brings on the other day, or defenders he brings on the other day. There's never a plan. Why not Ethan? Bring on Ethan. bring someone on in the attack. Yeah, why does it have to be so like regimented, like for like? And this is where this manager fails for me. This is where, you know, tactically they call him a head, you know, a great coach, but I don't see no great in that. You know, I can see other managers like Areola adjust, you know, certain tactics. You know, other managers that can change things, you know, win games. This manager I rarely see him doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I've asked the question many times. How many times have we seen Arteta make a tactical adjustment in game that influenced the outcome for Arsenal in a positive way? I've seen him make plenty of adjustments that went the other way, but I've never seen him make. He plays it safe, does like for like. It's Timber for Ben White. You know, it's 1 year coming off Osaka in 15 seconds left in the game. It's Martinelli for Trossard. You know, it's Calafiori for Lewis Kelly. It's just there's no risk there. You know, no risk.
No risk. Yeah, no risk. Everything's just
no guts.
But he never used to be like that in his first 2 seasons.
No, because there was no pressure then, especially the first title charge. There was no pressure because, you know, I think top 4 was the aim that year, and then we came out bang and they had 50 points from 19 games, and everyone was like, "Wow." But then he put the shackles back on, and, you know, cost us 2 league titles, bro. But yeah, man, Arsenal at home, last game, kit unveiled.
I'm waiting for your result. I'm waiting for your prediction, you know. I know it's going to be a shocker. It's going to be a shocker.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a shocker. I mean, the last time I can go. The last time they came to the Emirates in a Premier League game, they were 4-0 down in an hour. You know, it was 4-1. That was one of our best games. You know, and Willock scored a consolation goal at the end. It was 4-1. But that seems so long ago now, the way they have fucked us up this season.
Do you think they're not going to show us any respect, though? Because
I think they know. Now, go on.
This is the thing with this Arsenal team, yeah? If you don't show us respect, then I don't know. It can go 2 ways, isn't it? It could go 2 ways. You show us too much respect, you know, we take the piss. If you don't show us respect, we might crumble and fall as well. So I don't know. This is a difficult one, man. But I still feel. Why do I have this belief that we're gonna win? I don't know. It's weird, delusional, just hopium. But I think we will win, and this is probably my biases coming out more than anything.
Yeah, bro. I think we shocked the Premier League this weekend. I think we absolutely shocked the Premier League. I think we shocked the Premier League and rack up our 15th draw of the season. That's more draw than Everton. That's more draws than Palace. That's more draws.
That's more draws than I got in my cupboard, man. My wardrobe.
Yeah, bro. I just think Newcastle. I think this year they know that they're better than us, and they're gonna flex. They'll be like, bro, just do what we did in the previous 3 games.
Frustrate them.
We got these, man. Yeah, they don't have a striker. You know, they don't have a solid midfield. Rice is hobbled. If he'll play, I don't know. Moreno's not there. Yeah, you know, I don't know what's going on with Ben White. He looks like he's a bit off it. So yeah.
Do you think Ben White's not going to play?
I think it's a toss up between him and Timber. Because, you know, Timber played a lot of minutes this year. You know, coming off the ACL, he played a lot.
But Joe Linton not playing as well. That gives me a little bit of hope in terms of physicality. Yeah,
but this Newcastle team, man, for some reason, when they play against, they come to London against everybody else and lay down, right? They went to Stamford Bridge and lay down. They went to Brentford and held forward. But when they come to the Emirates, bro, I don't know what it is. They come to the Emirates.
Odegaard, didn't it? They look at Odegaard and think, you know what? I'm from up north, mate. I'm gonna roll over this guy.
Yeah, and I think they
probably see a little softness in us, isn't it? That's probably what it is.
Oh yeah, soft, proper soft. Yeah, bro. So yeah, I think we he said 3 left backs. Yeah, you might see 3 left backs on the pitch.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. Yeah, Miles, Calafiori, and Zinchenko, all symmetry.
And then in the 88th minute, you'll see Tierney at left wing. You know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Tierney as well.
Crosses in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Well, it's a long one. Yeah, 15 draws, Godfrey. 15-1-5. For context,
that's just embarrassing.
Yeah, for context, bro. Even Crystal Palace have drawn 13 games. You know, we have 14. So it's long.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, it is, bro.
We mock United and Spurs for losing 17 and 20 games, or 16 and 20, how many games it is. But we equally can be mocked for like 15 draws. That's disgusting. And we're still second with 15 draws.
Well, you know we only have 2 more games than Brentford.
No way.
Yeah, we're on 18 wins. Brentford are on 16 wins. There's stats for days that we can get beat with.
Wow, man.
Yeah, bro. We haven't won 20
We've
games.
lost 2 more. We won more two games more than Brentford.
Yeah, bro. Bro, Newcastle have won more games than us. They've won 20 games. That's why they're right on our asses. They've won 20 games. We won 18. The problem is they've lost 10.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes, even
that's not good, is it? 10 games, losing 10 games.
Yeah, but we have the same amount of wins as Forest, and they've been in free fall for like 3-4 weeks now. So it's long. RSV said you either die a hero or see yourself become the villain. Yeah, bro. Words have never been spoken. And this is what's happening to Arteta with Arsenal. A lot similar to Spurs on the parch, and I previously mentioned. Yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up to RSV. Speaking nothing but facts, bro. Yeah, I think I agree with Godfrey. I think Ben White will start. I think he's going to rest Timber because, you know.
Oh, against Gordon, yeah?
Yeah. But Ben White looks like he's a bit off of it. I'm not going to lie. He looked a bit off it against Brentford. I see Semenyo was touching the ball around him and beating him back. Like, come on, Benjamin.
I don't know about him against Gordon, you know. Gordon might cook him, you know, for pace anyway, definitely. But we will see.
Well, yeah, bro. There are 2 Premier League games today, bro.
Yeah, I checked.
Yeah,
I checked before I got on the stream.
Are you watching along?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, we need into the box to pull your arm a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey,
do you know what? The United game looks interesting against Chelsea. The Chelsea United game looks interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, let's get into it, man. Because you know Chelsea needs this, bro. Chelsea need Champions League money for their shirt sponsor. You know, they can't. There's only so many women's teams and hotels you can sell. You know, they need to raise some funds. You know, they need this money. So I think Man United should rotate everybody, but I don't think they will. I think just for pride, they're going to play some of their big hitters to stay sharp for next week. Europa League final
next week.
Yeah, it's on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any injuries, man? Wow. Any injuries in it? Yeah.
So Wednesday night, bro, get ready to throw up in your mouth.
They got a couple of, but both teams have. So Spurs. So United have injuries though, haven't they? I think Euro's out.
Yeah,
Lit's out.
Yeah, they got a couple of injuries.
Yeah, so Chelsea really should be winning this game tonight. You know, they're at home. They should have Lavia and Caicedo fit. Enzo as well. That's a good combination. Palmer. Jackson's unfortunately he's out, so where are the goals going to come from? I haven't got a clue. I really don't know because I think they might deploy Neto in that position, isn't it, as a forward?
Yeah,
so
that's what the predicted lineup is showing right now. Neto and
so the hard thing with these type of games is it's definitely predicting scores for these type of games because you're missing like, you know, a centre forward. I don't know how good Chelsea are without Jackson, even though Jackson has been really pants recently, you know, but they still have that aggressor up top. You know, Neto isn't that type of player. You know, he's going to be probably chasing a lot down. So this is a difficult one for me. United, we know United are rubbish. We know they're on the floor. We know they're probably going to be half thinking about Wednesday as well. So, but Chelsea need to win this game. So I'm just siding with Chelsea slightly, and as they're at home. So I think Chelsea are going to win this one. I'm going to go for another 2-0 scoreline.
2-0, yeah. Chelsea need to win this, but you know, like out of all the top 6 clubs or big 6 clubs that's been slapping up Man United, Chelsea's the only one not to beat it. Chelsea, it was 1-1 in the reverse fixture at Old Trafford.
Yes,
bro. I think Manchester United have a big performance in them. The same way they went to Anfield when everyone was expecting them to get fist up, and they drew 2-2. And shit, they could have won it at the end if Maguire didn't kick the ball into Rosette. Yeah. Somehow, I think Manchester United sitting in a low block, Chelsea coming on to him. If one thing Bruno is useful for is when you turn the ball over, he has a pass in him. He has a pass in him, and today there's no pressure on Man United. You know, they're down there at the bottom. They're fully gonna play freely and just try not to get injured. Yeah, for some reason, I think Man United do Chelsea today.
Man, you're not gonna win, yeah?
Bro, Liverpool did Chelsea a solid 2 weeks ago and rotated their entire midfield, and Chelsea beat them. And then Chelsea went to Newcastle and got punched up when they had a game on their hands. I don't know, man. I just think Man United beat them 2-1.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe the reverse. I don't know. Big up to WJVR, my boy, in the comments.
WJ. Yeah, big up to you, WJVR. Big up Godfrey again. So I feel like one of them will get beaten convincingly. United or Spurs. Okay, fair enough. Godfrey said 3-2 Chelsea. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I
can't see United winning tonight, man. You know what? I'll text you straight away if United do win, but I cannot see United winning. Are they better away from home? They don't win games.
I mean, they're better when you don't expect anything from them.
Yeah. That's right.
When you expect them to beat Wolves at home, they get punched up. You expect them to beat this team at home, they get punched up. But when you expected them to go to Anfield and get punched up, and somehow they deliver the result.
Yeah.
But the other game today, bro, the other Europa League finalists and another Champions League team. Villa could do well with some Champions League football for 2 years in a row.
Oh, yeah, they're still in it, aren't they?
Yeah, I think that does a lot for their franchise, a lot for their club.
Yep.
They're right behind Chelsea right now. They're on the same amount of points. Only goal difference separates them.
Wow.
They're facing a Tottenham team who I fully expect to lay down. I don't expect absolutely no fight from Tottenham, bro. None whatsoever, bro. I think Andrew will play the kids.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Isn't Thing out as well injured? What's his name?
Kulusevski.
Yeah.
He's
injured, isn't he? He's not playing. He's not playing.
Yeah, so he's not taking any more risks, bro. He's not ready. He's not taking any more injuries to anyone, you know.
But don't Spurs usually beat Villa at Villa?
Let me glance. So the last result at Villa Park was the FA Cup. That was 2-1 Villa. Tottenham was 4-1, but that was at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yeah, they went to Villa last year and 4-0. Shit.
Yeah, so and they've still got what's his name up top? Solanke, in it. Ooh. Rashford is out as well for Villa as well.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Villa do something tonight. Yeah, actually, I might do a watch along with Villa versus Spurs. Actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I want Villa to smack them up just before the finals.
Yeah, bro. I completely agree with Godfrey. That's my score back, Godfrey.
Yeah.
He won Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I think Villa.
Rodgers.
Yeah,
Rodgers. What happened to Asensio now? Is he not playing?
Yeah, he's there. He's projected to start.
Okay, so yeah, I can see Villa cooking them, man. I hope they cook them nice. Send them into the finals with no confidence.
Yeah. So you're going for a Villa win, yeah?
Yeah, Villa win. 2-0 Villa. I'm 2-0s. All 2-0s.
Yeah. All right, bro. So more salt in the wound of the Arsenal. There's also FA Cup final this weekend. That's why these teams are playing today, because the only game.
Are you where have I been? This is how much
you
I have checked out. This is how much I've checked out. I didn't even know it was the FA Cup final this
Yeah,
weekend.
so that's why it's Friday, Sunday. The only Premier League game being game being played on Saturday. No Premier League games. So Oliver Glasner and the boys take on the mighty Man City at Wembley. What you saying, bro? Can Palace do the madness?
Can Eze do a madness?
Eze.
Can Matete do a madness?
Mateta.
Those are the guys. They're the guys. They're the main guys. No. I'll tell you why.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. And it's not like I don't want them to win. But I just see City can't do 2 seasons in a row without winning the FA Cup. You know, United beat them when they were drunk. They've got no excuses now to lose to Palace now. And I think they've just got the experience, the know-how to get over the line, especially with their manager as well. I'm hoping Glasner plays a blinder though. I'm hoping he plays a blinder and he's done his homework. Because it's not impossible for Palace. It's not impossible with their physicality, you know, Eze and Mateta up top, you know, and City don't like physical teams. City don't like physical teams. So I'm hoping Palace can do something, but I just think it's going to be a bit too much for them. So
what do you make of the FA playing the FA Cup in the middle of the season, the final? Because normally the season's done and you play the FA Cup and stuff. What do you make of them playing it when there's two more weeks to go in the season? Because if you're a Premier League team that was challenging for the title, this could have really, you know, hampered how you have to prepare.
It's dumb, really, isn't it? It's dumb, really. It's just like extra pressure on the fans, extra, you know, for them to, you know, pay more money out, you know, to travel, knowing that, you know what, if their team loses, that they'll be checked out for the, you know, the rest of the season. I know it's only 1-2 games to go, but it's a bit silly, you know.
Yes.
Make it after. Oh yeah, Wharton as well, which RSV has mentioned as well. Definite baller as well. But yeah, I just feel that, you know, just do it after the season. It's only two more weeks. You know, it's not like there's a World Cup. It's not like
exactly.
You know, just let them do their thing in it. End of May or whatever.
Yeah. But I hear it, Godfrey. I hear the shock result of the 2-1 to the Palace. But bro, yeah, I can't see Man City losing another FA Cup final or 2 FA Cup finals in a row. This is their 3rd consecutive FA Cup final, by the way. The Premier year when they did Man United within 2 seconds when Gundogan scored, and then, you know, last year they lost to Man United after winning the title. I just can't see them losing, bro. I think it's gonna be that year when they played Watford in the final, even though Watford was on a high.
Yeah,
it was ended. I think it was like 5-1 or 4-1 or something like that in the end.
You know the worst thing though is that City have had a worse season probably than us, but they're still going to pick up silverware. They're still picking up silverware.
Yeah.
So they're still possibly going to make the Champions League as well. You know, even in their worst, they're still picking up trophies, just like Man United.
Yeah. Which is the aim.
In our best, we can't pick up a trophy. So
yeah, I think City do them and pick up the trophy, man. I really do. As Spirit, it won't be like, you know, pass the ball around them, death by 1,000 passes. I think Palace will get chances, but
whether they take them or not, that's the
moment of you know, moment of truth. Haaland would be more clinical than Mateta. That would be the difference. I just think City will have too much for him. Great run from Palace, though. Absolute great run. I don't think Pep will let 2 consecutive finals get away from him. And it's like, all these signings and the big signings of this player signing that player. One of the biggest signings of the summer, man, or re-signings is, Mr. Guardiola re-signing Mrs. Guardiola.
Yeah.
Even the City fans are saying the family's back together now. He can now focus on football.
Happy. He's gonna do damage now. He's doing that. People don't understand. This guy's gonna do damage next season.
Yeah. So I think City doing it. But I'm rooting for Palace, man. I'd love for Palace when I met Ian Wright when he was a Palace player. So big up to that guy, man. But bro. Big up to Palace, but I don't think they. But your favorite YouTuber, man, your favorite mate, Wolfie. They spent most of the year in third, and now they're sitting in seventh in the Conference League spot, and they have West Ham. They have West Ham on Sunday to try to get back into a Europa or a Champions League spot. You think they can do it? Forest West Ham.
You see this Forest team, they're so like up and down right now. And West Ham are absolutely muddied right now. But I still see Forest messing up and not winning this game. I still see them messing up against West Ham.
Yeah.
Maybe a dusty draw, maybe a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
I can't see them beating West Ham, and West Ham are dusty right now.
Yeah, they're fully dusty. Fully dusty. Yeah, I think West Ham, for some reason, I think Kudus and Bowen are going to give them problems. I think and it's at West Ham as well. I think this is the last home games. Man, going to be blowing bubbles everywhere. I think West Ham actually.
Yeah, because Potter's been very disappointing this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Very disappointing. They're in 17th, isn't it? Or 16th?
So they just won last week to go above Man United. They were sitting behind Man United.
they're above United.
Yeah. They're above United by 1 point. They're on 40 points.
Oh, wow.
So the win last week at Old Trafford took them above United. So
they played United last week.
Yeah, bro.
So United still ain't got 40 points.
Nope, they have 39 or negative 11 goal difference. And I picked them to beat Chelsea. How crazy is that? Make it make sense.
I know.
But, bro, the only teams below Man United are Tottenham and the 3 relegated teams. Yeah.
Wow.
That's how bad it is down there, bro. It's rough.
Do you think Ange keeps his job, even if he was to win the trophy, Europa?
Yeah, I don't think they sack him. I think the ultimate flex is win it and then walk.
Yeah. I win in my second season, mate.
Yeah, just win it and walk. The win it and let's go to Leverkusen.
Yeah,
that's a job there. Xavi just left.
Yeah.
Xavi
that's a good flex. That'd be a good flex.
Yeah.
And they'd be remembered.
Yeah.
He'd be a legend. At Spurs.
Yeah, and then he would prove like, hey, bro, that would be the ultimate slap in the face to Tottenham. But, bro, like, speaking of which, right, do you think if Tottenham wins the Europa League, right, and the match-going Arsenal fans who have to walk the streets of North London with Tottenham fans, you think they will turn up the heat on Arteta? Be like, bro, we out here dealing with this. Like, you have to win now, because if Man United winning is of no consequence. But for the match-going fans or the Arsenal fans who live in London, surely seeing Tottenham have a parade, because they will have a parade if they win this.
Oh, yeah.
Surely.
Yeah, that's going to pee off the fans. That is definitely, that will annoy the fans 100%. Right. And I think that does, things like that will trigger. These are triggers. These are triggers now, because we're not expecting it. Arsenal fans are not expecting Spurs to win. So if they win, that's going to be a very big trigger.
Yeah. Because then all Arteta's excuses go out the window. But like, these men were 17th and 1. So you could have won when you were 8th. You could have won when you were 5th. You know, so those excuses will not run.
Did you see Godfrey's comment at the bottom?
I saw it, yeah. They will get out of that.
Imagine that.
Yeah, bro. They will shamelessly sing that like it's, bro. Yeah.
I don't think I could wear an Arsenal top, man, outside of like, you know, West London, man. Seeing that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Is Adam Wharton really that guy? Is he that good though? Is he? Or is he?
Wharton, I think Wharton's a very good player. He's not a Rodri, obviously, but he's a very, very good player. I'm surprised we weren't in for him instead of like Zubimendi, because he obviously has got the physicality. He's young as well, but he's very intelligent. He's a good passer of the ball, you know. But we need to see more and more of him.
Yeah, I think our England's Roger would be Declan or Bellingham. Yeah, Watford. Yeah, they got punched up that year, bro. That Watford side was good because they peppered Emery's Arsenal. You know, man, they had that man like Delafeu and what was that other Watford guy named?
Delafeu, you know.
Yeah, he was an but they had some ballers in that squad in Watford. Spurs literally gifted a route to the Europa League final. I'm being brutally honest. Apart from Frankfurt, they literally faced no, which is, I mean, they did have a favorable run, and the champions, the Champions League team no longer dropped down, which actually helps as well. So, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's not that.
Imagine this: they win the Europa, and they say, and they say Gyökeres come to Spurs. Gyökeres goes to Spurs.
Mudded.
Bro, I don't think I watched football that season.
Yeah, but they have Solanke though, so I don't think they'll be in for it.
Yeah. But Solanke got injured this season, man.
Yeah, I think they'll be in for a backup to Solanke. I don't think they'll make Solanke the depth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Champions, oh boy, Spurs. I'm not wearing my Arsenal merch when I'm out. It's Spurs.
Hey, cat. Hey,
that is crazy. That is crazy, yeah, bro. I wear my Arsenal top to the playground, bro. Other than that, I don't wear it on stream. I don't wear it anywhere else. Big to Godfrey. Sar was still there. That Dennis down there. A few ballers, yeah. I remember, Sar. Yeah, man. That Watford team, but City just had too much quality for them that year. Formality, bro. Brighton, Liverpool. I think that's a formal win for Liverpool. I think Liverpool win that 3-1.
Yeah, Liverpool gonna win that convincingly. I think 3-0 Liverpool.
Yeah,
they're on there. But then again, they've been to Ibiza, innit? So they've been at partying. I saw Szoboszlai and Salah in Dubai as well. So who's he gonna play? Is he gonna play his kids? But even if he just plays a second team, it's still good enough, innit? It still have good enough players to, I think, beat Brighton as well. So I think, Brighton will get beat.
That would annoy the shit out of me, bro. Man, that would annoy the shit out of me if he played the kids. I'm like, bro, you went to Stamford Bridge, rotated your entire midfield, and gifted Chelsea 3 points, and then you start your heavy against Arsenal, and then like, what are we doing, bro? Like, what are we doing? Now you're into the narrative that everyone hates Arsenal.
Yeah. 100%. And we knew it. We knew he's going to play a strong team against us because. If you look at our progress over the last 2-3 seasons, obviously this season wipes it out. We've been toe-to-toe with City. Mm-hmm. So, although they've won the league, I think there is that unearthing respect still. That we're better than you, but we still respect you. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when you look at the results over the last 3 seasons, unless it was in the FA Cup, Liverpool haven't beaten us.
Yeah,
and we've not beaten them at Anfield, but we could have won. We could have won that game the other day.
Yeah.
So there is that respect, isn't it?
Yeah, man. But that would have
little. It's very little, but there is that respect.
Yeah. That would annoy the shit out of me. But yeah, bro, the rest of the games are pretty much dead rubber. Ipswich and Southampton in them games. But yeah, man. But I do believe it's a must win for us. If we cannot lose. A draw maybe, but if we lose, Newcastle will finish above us, and then I think Man City will beat Bournemouth on Tuesday. They play, so then they'll be tied on points with us if we lose the game. But yeah, man, it's a sticky one. But we have made ourselves fall in this race, bro, because. Beat Bournemouth at home. We were up in the game. Would have had Champions League locked up when you could have been focused on your transfers because you would have had Champions League guaranteed. You could go talk to Gyökeres. But now until you have it guaranteed, you can't talk to any top striker.
Yeah, and it's very important that and this is another problem as well. Yeah, players don't want to come to Arsenal. Assumption. players that might not want to come to Arsenal because of the manager.
Yep.
You know, not because of the actual team itself, but because of the manager. Do I want to be managed by Arteta? Yes, it's good. Yeah, I can come for the money and stuff like that. But
I can hear that. I hear that shout. I hear that shout. Big up Dimes.
Big up Dimes, man.
I hope you're good, bro. Godfrey said Liverpool fear Ibrahima Konate will leave for free when the club runs out his contract in 2026. He's showing behavior similar to that of Trent before. Sell him. If he's they don't want to be burned twice. Sell him.
If he goes Real Madrid, that means Saliba can't go because they want Hussein, and then it'd be Konate, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're not gonna get all three.
Yeah, but even if they get Saliba, you know, the money we'll get for Saliba, I'll trust that they'll go do some decent business and get a proper replacement. But yeah, man. Anything else, my bro? Anything else on the Arsenal on the weekend? You doing a watch along? Maybe not. Yes, haven't decided.
I might do the FA Cup actually, final. I'm gonna do hopefully Aston Villa and Spurs tonight. Let me see if there's any Turkish teams playing, because if they are, I might just do the Turkish team instead. Let me just see. If my boys are on tonight, then.
Yeah, but if we can't get Gyökeres because he goes to United for Champions League football and his former manager, then send me Victor. You know, I'm not hearing the Sesko thing. It's Gyökeres, Osimhen, or Isak. You know that ones. You frozen? Did Abs freeze? I don't think Abs is frozen. We got Godfrey. Big up as always, my bro. Big up to you. Hope you are well. Alonso is playing a back three system now, so we will still. Let's see. Alonso is playing a back three system, so we know it's still okay. I got you. Xabi Alonso plays a back three as he did at Leverkusen. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. We need our center back. We need our center back partnership to stay intact next year, so we can plug the other holes that we have. Because the last thing I need is, you know, we fix our forward line and then the defense gets broken again. And it would just be repeating the cycle on the Wenger. You know, when we had a potent attack when Ozil and Sanchez and our defense was leaky. Now we went into the opposite where our damn defense is solid and robust, but our attack is stinky. Only thing I ask is that we go into this season, knowing that we did everything in the transfer window to prepare us for all the injuries and all the suspension and all the mitigating stuff that we can't control. Do what we control. Because in the end, if we don't win next year, Arteta needs to come to the carpet and every Arsenal fan will line up and walk past him and slap the shit out of him. Slap the shit out of him because you have wasted 6 years of our lives. Slap the shit out of him. Virtual slap, people, not promoting violence here on BBK Sports. But big up to Godfrey, big up to Dimes, big up to Into the Box, big up to Sabby Pinky, everyone who stopped by BBK Sports this morning, this afternoon, this evening to make us a part of your day. I truly, truly appreciate it. Hit a like on the video, hit a share, hit a subscribe if you're new around these parts. Thank you, people. I think Ab's frozen, but big up to my brother Abs for coming on. Welcome as always. Just a welcome part of my Friday, man. Speaking football with that brother is absolutely lovely. Until next time, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are out.